It's party time again, Tupperware party time. Tupperware parties are on the rise around the world, and so are the sales. And here to tell us more is Tupperware's Chairman and CEO, Rick Goings. Very good to see you. Thank you for coming to talk to us.
Nice to be here.
It's more than just little burping plastic food bags now that we're talking about, or food containers. How big is the range of your products?
Tupperware is about 65% of the company, but the other third of our company, and a fast-growing third, is 8 other beauty companies that we own, and they're all separate direct selling companies.
Now, you came from Avon, is that correct?
Yes.
So did that have anything to do with your pedigree when you got to Tupperware, you started buying beauty products?
No, it had something, well, we're all, the sum total of our experiences. It gave me a lot more confidence that I understood the beauty business. I lived and worked not only in the U.S., but ran the businesses here in Europe for Avon, and then I moved to Hong Kong, and so it trained me not only, I never was much of an American after that. I was a global citizen after that, and I gained an appreciation for beauty and direct sales. So it gave us, it wasn't an or, it gave me an and.
You've mentioned you're a global citizen now, but then so is Tupperware, so are Tupperware brands. So where is the growth coming from that you see?
Well, I'm pleased to say, particularly in this environment, the growth is coming from everywhere. Clearly emerging markets, or we use the World Bank definition for what's an emerging market. That's about 50% of our business, and they've been growing very strong, double digit. We're pretty much everywhere you want to be. Here, former Soviet bloc, sub-Saharan Africa, all throughout Latin America. You know, and important areas too is China, India, Indonesia. Those 3 countries are 47% of the world's population. So we're growing fast there. But I'm also happy to tell you, here we are in France. We've been 47 years in France, our Tupperware business. We were up 11% last year in France, and we're up double digit this year, and we are the largest direct sales company here.
In this kind of an economy, I would imagine you have a lot more women, or do you have men as well, coming to you wanting to hold Tupperware parties or Tupperware brand parties?
When you've got economic downturns, there's some out there that talk about our business being counter-cyclical, higher unemployment, bigger recruiting pool. Yes, but the argument is overblown on the advantage of it. Actually, yes, we'll get more people, but it's more difficult in those environments to get consumers to come, to get them to buy. So all things being equal, we would rather have a good economic environment. But we still, as you see our trends right now, we can navigate through this as well as anybody does.
Arguably better than a lot of people have. Your Q2 numbers blew everybody off the map. I mean, how much, let's do a quick recap. How much did you beat market estimates by?
I don't even know what the number was, but I know
Probably have them here somewhere.
We have a policy that if we're going to miss our numbers in a particular quarter, and we know it, we're on the calendar year, that we think you ought to know enough about your business that you could give some kind of guidance. And you'll note we haven't given any guidance on the third quarter, so that's tantamount to, yeah, we're going to make our numbers. So that says that for the full year, or the fourth quarter, we'll be up probably 5.5% to 7.5%. So first quarter, we came out of the gate a little slow in January, got stronger in the second quarter, better in the third quarter, and we're expecting even better in the fourth quarter. So I'm feeling good about our business.
You had $2.2 billion in sales in 2008. I mean, you think you'll do better than that this year? Are you projecting anything without getting you in trouble with the SEC?
Yeah, no. We've said to the external world we'd be up 3 to 5%. Previously, we had said 2 to 5%, but at the end of the second quarter, we raised it to 3 to 5%. I'm still very comfortable with that. We'll have the impact of foreign exchange, and we manage our business in local currencies, but we're 85% outside the U.S.
Wow, so your dollar exposure is profound.
Yeah, but it's a natural market basket too. We have our factories that are located all over the world. We buy raw materials all over the world, and it's pretty much, we never hedge translation, but we do hedge known transactions, to strengthen the balance sheet.
The beauty business in the downturn actually tends to do fairly well. Is this tracking the past? I mean, a lipstick makes you feel better. Even scent makes a man feel better. I mean, is that?
Well, you're absolutely right. As a matter of fact, the Lauders used to call it the lipstick effect, that she may not be able to get durables, but she's going to at least put lipstick on, and she'll get some soft goods, and the durables. Now, but you know, our other businesses, even our Tupperware business, why it can do well is, think of what we focus on: food. You know, Maslow's hierarchy of needs: food, clothing, and shelter. The number one party in Germany right now is called the Rumfort Party, which is leftovers. And we show them how to really, they throw away about a third of the food they cook. So both of our product categories of our different companies seem to do well in this kind of economic environment.
Your marketing really could be, it is the basis of social marketing, social viral networking. Get a bunch of people together in a room, have them talk about it. I mean, I guess you don't have to spend that much on marketing, or do you? And how does
No, we spend nothing on advertising. We clearly will do it on public relations. We very much are very strong. Our culture is behind, we call it E3, enlighten, educate, and empower women, where some of us lucky guys get to be in this company, but more and more of our leadership people, not only at the country level, but regional sales directors are women. So we'll spend a lot of time with regard to focus on public relations of that. We have a program called Chain of Confidence. But on the other side of it is social marketing. If there's a party starting somewhere in one of our businesses every 2.3 seconds, and nobody's a stranger at those. It's a woman, often here in Paris, it'd be a busy working woman, would invite 6 to 8 of her friends, and it's tantamount. This isn't the old June Cleaver time. It's a girls' night out. People like to get together with their friends and find a way to leverage that, because it's a natural thing. And it clearly, it's worked for Tupperware.
In growing the company on the assumption that that's what you want to do, prices are low all over the place. Are you planning on buying any other brands, products, companies, or are you going to be growing sort of on your own?
More on our own. I see us, you know, what we really are is a global portfolio of direct selling companies. And that's to distinguish us from these MLM network marketing companies out there, which are really wholesale buying clubs. That's not what we do. We really do sell. We don't have to buy any other companies to get product lines that we like. For example, I think Nike's a good example of that. When they get into a new particular product category, they go to somebody who's great at making it. Like Bridgestone makes the Nike golf ball. They're the biggest tire manufacturer. They have more technology and golf balls than anybody else. And guess what? Tiger's playing a Nike Bridgestone golf ball. That's the way we tend to go. So we have cookware products that are incredible. And what we did is we went to the finest in the world and we said, we want to put our brand name on it, make it even better. Same as Nike.
Given that you have a sort of ground level view, what's your take on the world economy?
It's mixed right now. I have my great concern in the U.S. is we have a naive administration in Washington. I had dinner at his residence with the German ambassador to the U.S. Just a brief time ago, and we were commenting on the different approaches that are being taken. The concern in the U.S. is everything, the bête noire is everybody thinks back to the Great Depression. But the ambassador, as he says so clearly, that isn't what we think about. We think about the middle of the Weimar Republic and hyperinflation. And when you add to that really fundamental, radical, religious groups more and more, there's a lot of things happening out there that are more important and more concerned to me than just the economy.
What message are you going to be giving to the INSEAD students today, since you're here on campus to be speaking to the MBA class?
Well, if I was to really net out what I'll try to get across to them today, a couple points is, one is that every successful business model works until it doesn't, and that the wolf is always right outside the door, And you always have to be working on how do I contemporize what my business model is. The next is I want them to understand a little bit more about the human element with regard to growing businesses. All companies are as loose collections of people. And if one can create an environment where you can attract the best people, develop them, reward them, and therefore retain them, that's who wins. And those people, they'll steer our company from whatever we are now to however much more we will be. And there's not enough business schools spending enough time on the dynamics of showing individuals how to grow, how to be motivated, how to get up every day and want to give everything they have. Too many people go to their grave with their music still inside them, and they don't talk about that at business schools.
Thank you very much, Rick Goings, for being with us.
Good to be here.